Hey there, Capricorn. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today is the 17th of February, 2025. I'm getting into an oracle reading and tarot reading for you. These are general energies. We will be covering your family, your friends, your community, the people in your life. We also have your health energy, your work, your career, love, connections, relationships. This can also be platonic as well. Apply it how it fits, and then what you don't see coming. Capricorn, when I was shuffling these cards, the oracle cards came out in reverse, and I was like, oh no, just turn them upright, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, no, we are not going to be turning that upright. We're going to be reading them in reverse, and or at least the message here. And so, Capricorn, before we start anything in this reading, I do want to say it's important for you to be very mindful on how you are observing a situation. This can be between you and a person, this could be any situation in your life. We are needing to look into the fine print, even if this is about like fine print, literally. We are needing to look into some aspect of our life in a very deep and meaningful way. The magnifying glass, it's the looking glass. It requires us to be very strategic in how we view a situation. It requires scrutiny and observation before we make a decision. It came out in reverse for a reason, and signs and guardian angel also came out in reverse, and you got both of them. And the thing was, this is the thing too, I shuffled because I was like, oh, you know what, there's two cards, I just want one card. So I put them back in because they had already fallen out in reverse. Put them back in, shuffle, 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 and those two fell out again in reverse. So I'm like, okay, clearly this is a message, we're going to pay attention and just shut your face. So yeah, here we go. I do want to say, in regard to this situation, this is about the time that you are spending engaging in a situation, or maybe this is a new situation that is in your life here with planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. It feels like there's something where it's like you are taking active steps to engage a certain situation that maybe you don't need to be a part of, and you're giving it your attention and your energy. And even before I started this reading, I didn't start it because the trash men, the garbage people, were picking up garbage and taking stuff out. So the trucks and everything, but it was like the beep, beep, beep. It's like the warning signal, like, don't get behind this. And then the message was like, sometimes somebody else needs to take the trash out. And I don't mean to talk about people like they're trash, because they're not, but it was like, let somebody else deal with that experience. We reject it and we put it out there because it's not for us. Let somebody else deal with that. So it's kind of like taking it off of your shoulders. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into this reading, Capricorn. For your family, your friends, your community, you have the Queen of Pentacles. This is good. This is a mother energy, female energy, sister, auntie, whatever you want to call it. And even if it's not a female energy, this is generally an energy that is very loving, very considerate, very giving. I do want to say, though, because all of these cards here are going to flavor all of these messages here, we're going to have to read it like that. So you may be receiving some sort of gift or some sort of opportunity through somebody that, suggests like something can take place or some sort of new beginning can happen here. It's requiring you to actually look at what that gift is. It's requiring you to say, let me be mindful, and before I jump into something, let me just double think here. Let me just make sure that I'm doing something that is going to be in alignment with myself, because it seems like a really nice thing or a nice opportunity that is being presented here. And this may not be their intention to mislead you or misguide you. Maybe it's just what they think that they're offering you is not quite what they think they're offering. Or maybe in your hands, in your experience, it's not something that will be beneficial. So be mindful of what is being offered to you through either a female energy or through somebody who's very well intended. Maybe we need to look deeper into the situation or the potential or possibility that is being shown here. Generally, though, good person, just something about what is being offered to you needs to be very high level scrutiny. In regard to your health energy, Capricorn, you have the sun, very positive, very, very positive. It talks about situations of ill health being lifted, getting your slate cleaned, regeneration. This is huge regeneration energies. And it feels here that there's an element of feeling at ease, at least within your health in this situation. It gives you like kind of a new lease on life, or at least you can breathe easy and you can start to re-engage in life here with planting seeds. So it's asking for you to just be available to the good things that are coming around in your life now. And if you've been dealing with heaviness in your physical body, it feels like it's lifting at this point. Maybe things that are, this can also be, we can be led to the sun energy by the way that it highlights things, the way, if the sun is on something, you see all aspects of it, right? There's nothing that's clouding or obscuring that view. So maybe if we've been avoidant of looking at something very deeply, this can also talk about how this sunshine energy is like forcing you to look on something, forcing you, especially if you've been ignoring signs physically or ignoring your intuition. It's the sun is saying, hey, we're putting a spotlight on this so that you can figure it out. Also, planting seeds can also talk about fertility. So maybe this is in alignment with fertility, with wanting to get pregnant, with low sperm count, however you apply it. Either way, this is in support of life and longevity. It's about the seeds that we plant to grow. We want to be around to grow, right? So it feels like here, Capricorn, if we don't pay attention to a situation, it can become problematic, okay? So allow clarity and honesty to move things through and to allow you to fine-tune your focus. But for some of you, this is just a clean bill of health. With your job, your career, your opportunities, you have the Seven of Cups. This is a choice. This is time for decision making. And even if you decide to stay in your career and your job, this can also just be, I need to have something on the side for fun. Even if it's not making money, it's just, I need to have something for fun that I can enjoy. For some of you, this literally is, though, deciding to choose where you're going to be working. I feel you need to look if you're on the path to something new, or you just started in a job and things are feeling weird, I would say look into it. I would ask people who already work there, if it feels safe. Because it feels here there's going to be something like brought to your attention that is kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can have longevity here. I don't know if this is a good situation for me. I don't know if this is emotionally satisfying for me, and so it just feels like there's something about the fine lines, looking between the lines, reading the red tape, whatever it is. It's like going deep into the stuff that's not seen, because there's something that feels unsatisfactory about this, where it's like longevity is not supported in this, where it seems and appears like it is, it might not be. So just be mindful. If you're like looking for work right now, be mindful on what you choose, because it could be not so clear or maybe not the best place to work. In regard to your connections, romantic, platonic people in your life, I'm going to read this for singles and couples. You have the Hermit in reverse. So interesting energy. For singles, the Hermit in reverse, the Hermit is not really very romantic as far as a love card is concerned. Like, if anything, it suggests friends first, and it's a slow progress and process in how we connect. In reverse, though, it feels here that for some of you, especially with like guardian angel and signs and like the magnifying glass all coming in reverse and being right next to the Tower, it feels here that like you guys are ignoring some massive red flags in a situation. If you are dating, or if you are connecting with a person, it's like it's like feeling it feels good, but we're like kind of rushing into it, or we're like playing house is how I want to put it. Like, we're playing house. And so it's like, we immediately like jump into the roles like, oh, well, it's very strange. It almost seems like misguided. And unfortunately, it's not something that feels true. It's not something that feels like it has legs to stand on. It requires you to be introspective about a situation, and it requires you to look at a situation very deeply. And it feels here with the reflection, with the hermit here, it's like you're ignoring the red flags or you're ignoring the patterns because you want to plant the seeds and you want to make it happen. This is not about making it happen. This situation is about scrutinizing the hell out of a situation and being very, very considerate in how you engage something here, Capricorn. So be very careful with if you're meeting somebody or if somebody's new in your life. It's like you're ignoring the red flags here. Go slow here and do not play house. Do not want something so badly that we're throwing ourselves in. Go slow. Be metered in how you give of your energy here, because it almost feels like it can be a little bit destructive if we don't pay attention to that. Because we don't know everybody's intentions, right? But it's like you're ignoring the signs, you're ignoring guardian angel energy. It's like, oh, roadblock, roadblock, roadblock in a situation. There's a reason why we're like, finding all these roadblocks or like this, it's requiring you to look deeper. For those of you who are in existing relationships, marriages, with the hermit in reverse, it's almost as if like we are not, it's like we're not, we need to take a pause right now rather than like forge through and push through and make something happen. For you in partnerships, it's important that like any big decisions that you're making together, you need to be, I would say wait. I would say wait. Look at the fine print. Look at the fine print. Look at the fine print. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to the signs that you might be missing. Look at the fine print, because if you start to, like, say you and a partner choose to move, or like you and a partner choose to make a big life decision, and it involves other people who maybe are not on the same page with you, or maybe there's something that's fishy about something, like too good to be true energy, usually it is. So I just want to say that. Be mindful about how much you and a partner invest in a situation as well. Do your due diligence, research the hell out of something, and always have a backup option is what I want to say, okay? For your what you don't see coming, you have the Tower. So, sometimes that Tower is Scorpio energy, Pluto energy. It comes to force us out of situations that we've engaged for far too long. And this is, again, kind of an energy. It's like an error on our part. Like we didn't see this coming, even though all of the signs were in front of us. I somehow missed out on seeing them. I somehow made sure to obscure my view, so I didn't like look at that. It is my fault. It is my fault, right? Like we have to be honest, like where we're tra la la and like going cavalier in connections and relationships, and signing on to things that seem too good to be true. You have to do your due diligence here in this time period, or whenever you come across this reading, the message is for you. So it could be 5 years from now. But the energy here, Capricorn, is pay attention to the little things, pay attention to the subtleties, pay attention to what is not seen. You must ask your energy guides, you must ask the angels, whatever, please help me. If I haven't been listening to you, help me now so I can have clear messages, because it feels like by not paying attention to the feelings, the intuition, by not reading the room, by not reading the situation truly for what it is, it's like the universe is like, up, course correction now. You're kind of like going down a path that isn't really meant for you. So, and you're trying to plant seeds here, or you're trying to force a relationship to happen, and we're playing house. The Tower comes in and it levels everything out. So it's a good thing. It's an uncomfortable thing, Capricorn. And that's what I have for you. So if you recognize a situation in your life that needs to be slowed down or we really need to pay attention to what we're actually signing up for. Like, pay attention, because it's going to get leveled out pretty quickly if you don't. All right. I love you guys. Feel free to like, share, subscribe if you want to, comment. And if you want a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. I'll talk to you later. Bye.